No music played. It's just okay. Now it's complete. It just starts immediately. I didn't even have time that time. Hi, chat. How's everybody? Great question. I'm trying to find one that sounds like peaceful and happy. And okay, there we go. Hello, chat. Remember to join the Discord. Anyways, what is this? Last Metal Online. I don't know what the fuck that is. We're literally just gonna play whatever the fuck. I have no clue what the fuck to play today. Like, genuinely none. That's the spirit. That's the spirit. You're right. Also, remember, chat. What you have to say about too? You've been doing a good job, with the edits and such. Helping the homies out. See what I say? Good evening. How you doing, Steph? Holy shit, it's Thursday. Hi, you're here early? I was like, is it Friday? You got Gang Beast not downloaded. Actually, it might be downloaded. Does not seem to be downloaded. Goddamn, dude, I have no clue what to play. Genuinely. Let's see, what's not too boring, but not too, mentally consuming? Not too boring, but not too mentally consuming. Huh. I have no clue. You should download it, pair. Chat, we got Spore. We can play some Spore, chat. Last time I played Spore. You stream, I stream. It's funny. It is. It does sound like a pretty funny idea. My phone's at 2%. That is not a Pog Money situation to be in. I'm not doing anything tomorrow, so I thought I'd join tonight. Hey, welcome. I appreciate it. You can help me create abominations. There's no other way to put it. Abominations. Come on. Oh, I could already tell this is gonna be a big fuck me type of game. I got new things Tuesday. What do you got? I can already tell this game's gonna try to fuck me. I can already tell, man. And RKO each other on the grind, man. How do you fucking RKO people? Are you talking about the, mincemeat one? There's a lot of one. The one with the gears? Yeah, that's the English vocabulary. Spore? I didn't install mods onto you. You can't be broken yet. Yup, I do it! God damn it, Spore! Why is it loud? Oh! Okay. Yeah. I gotta read a book for the 7th of April. What book you gonna read? Or what book do you have to read? Do you get to choose your book, or was the book pre? Hey! Dude, I know, I can't remember who, but they have a band similar to Stray Kids. It's not called Stray Kids. They're not Stray Kids, but it's another dude. It's like something kids. Ghost Kids or some shit like that, right? Them motherfuckers industry plants. If I've ever seen an industry plant. The one where you jump to a backflip and hold on or you get knocked out. Sounds lovely. But dude, content. It's an Estonian story. Chat, y'all want to read spooky stories? Dude, if Spore ain't working, we're gonna read spooky stories because fuck it, dude. We're gonna give Spore 3 minutes. Not 3 minutes, for 30 seconds. If it don't work in these 30 seconds, we're gonna read spooky stories, chat. It's 4 a.m. Check Discord, bro's about to fucking just get the shit scared out of him. Maybe this would be a good way to get you to go to bed. Don't you have school, dude? What am I doing? am I encouraging people to stay up late? Yo, actually, I went to Buc-ee's earlier today. That bitch massive. I fucking hate that place still because, racist beaver. But that's its own problems. Alright. It's not gonna work. Spooky stories are awesome. Yes, indeed. Sport's not gonna close and make this easy hard to be. I'm trying, man. Sport's fighting me like a motherfucker. Oh. Let's see, how's... You see it too. Okay. Sport's gone. Sport is not gone. Go to the pinboard. What's in the pinboard? Are we talking about the fucking thingy? Pause. Time out, bro. Bro's like, hold up, bro. Hold up. Nah, but there's this story. I know exactly what story I want to look for, too. Alright? Let's see. Can't remember. It's like a South African... South... Dancing... Yeah, this one. Oh my god. Dude, the fucking gin wedding. Okay. Friday's free. When did fucking schools start giving out Friday for free? This is Kuati. Okay, here we go. Dude, I fucking love this story. Okay, here we go. This is apparently a true story, y'all. I'm going thrifting tomorrow. W. Do I put on a corpse voice? You guys wouldn't do. What even is a corpse voice? Hold on. Man, you don't get it. What do you mean? This was a true story. No, that shit. This is a true story that happened to a famous singer named Nirvana. You're too late! What do you mean I'm too late? You're too late! It's almost 3 a.m. here. Oh, buddy. Stick it. Everybody. Come on. You want to turn this off? Get nice and spooky. Alright. Let's read some fucking ghost stories, shall we? Why did you leave us out here? I know Spooky called the Weeping Lady. The Weeping Lady sounds cool. Okay. Everyone. Nora was a very famous singer and a leader of a small group of performers hired for occasions such as marriage ceremonies. One day, she had a call from a stranger, like every other day, who wanted to hire her band for his daughter's marriage. She accepted, and he gave her the address. We good. Back in 1997, most of the Coatis used to do their marriage ceremonies in their homes. The awaited day came. Nora and her band followed the details of the address to the mansion outside of the city in the middle of nowhere, and the band didn't think much of it. As if it wasn't the first, because it wasn't their first time performing in such a place. So they went in, got greeted by the owners, then by 10 p.m., they started getting ready for the show. It was 10:30. Guests started showing up. One after another, they stormed the mansion, though it felt like they were popping out of thin air. Nora and her friends didn't make much of it, as the mansion was too big and had many entrances. Who the fuck is Gary? Thank you, Gary. Is Gary subscribed? Tell Gary to subscribe. Too many entrances. There were just too many of them. Oh my. Oh, you want that? Alright, we'll add it. I'm guessing that's a song. My god. In Estonia, there were swamps that were like, they put pig heads in a stick and they put it in the water and the stick was on it and they took it out. Damn. The pig heads were gone. Damn. Alright. 11:30. Things were starting to get weird. Nora and her friends saw the guest dancing, moving in such a way like they had never seen before. Their moves were hypnotizing and, honestly, downright creepy. It was then Nora and her friends knew something was wrong. Where did it go? Probably some crazy dude picked them out of the floor, like, eat my dinner! Or they got eaten by fish. More likely eaten by fish. Some of the guards went to meet Noah and her friends. Some of the guests went to meet Noah and her friends. Noah felt like the skin of these guests was so hot and so hard, but she thought nothing of it as it was summer and it was hot inside. Weirdly enough, Noah looked at her friends as if she looked at her friend as she was having this blank look on her face. She felt what Nora felt as well. With only her eyes, she told her not to make much of it and just to keep playing. Not like they were the water source and don't end, so they wanted to test and the pigheads were gone. They put it in water. Huh. Huh. Midnight things went from creepy to I just can't believe my own eyes. The water could be up to like 9 meters or more in the swamps, bro. Someone definitely ate them pigs. Like the guests, the owners, they weren't human anymore. Legs and hands, like those of sheep, non-stop dancing, and they were just dancing non-stop. Noah and her friends couldn't believe what they were witnessing. Nora was shaking, and her voice was too. She looked up at her friends with dead looks on their faces. Half of them were ready to just storm out, and the other half were just about to pass out. In 5 minutes, that's real weird. That is kind of weird. Nora told them to endure it and not to leave it, to act normal. She feared for herself and her friends, so they should not make a scene. The band kept playing on, and they couldn't believe what was going on, nor should they. Nor what should they do? Fear shackled them to that place, and they only knew they were trapped. After this, can you read about the Weeping Lady? We will read about the Weeping Lady. Yeah, we'll pull up a Weeping Lady. La Llorona? You want to talk about La Llorona, man? Fucking hell, man. I fucking love La Llorona. Can you start downloading Gangster Beast? 3 a.m. as the lights went off and you couldn't hear a sound anymore. It felt as if there was only people hiding inside their mansion. They felt as if they were performing in the dark all along. The temperature dropped from hot to freezing. Noah and her friends stand the horror they were witnessing anymore and took a run, leaving it behind them. Happy to be behind with all the belongings. It's happy they could run for their lives. It was later that they found out the mansion was abandoned 10 years ago and that no one lived there. Though it still looked well maintained, it was later they knew they were attending a Jinn marriage ceremony. Dude, the Jinn fucking marriage, the Jinn stories scare the shit out of me. I don't know why. Some people say Noah and her friends made this story up of watching it fed, and they were so wrong because this was the last performance and she retired after that incident. Dude, from what I heard, I had this, like, this story was better explained to me than this was written. So, from my point of view here, let's go up to, from 11:30, they all noticed that, yeah. The only things I would add is that this, apparently she didn't want to do the ceremony at first because it was her birthday. Or her daughter's birthday. It was someone's fucking birthday. And the, like, ladies begged them, please, come to my daughter's wedding, I beg of thee. And then she was like, yeah, okay, you know what, cause you begging and you offering so much. I just imagine someone actually getting scared from these stories. Some of them can be fucking terrifying. Oh, dude, it's FNAF. Horror. And then she eventually did it. She went. Everything looked normal. They did the dancing at 10. They started setting up. By 11:30, everyone was like doing their grooves, starting to get creepy with it. By 12, everybody was just spooking shit. They were just doing some spooky shit. Like, imagine a bunch of, like, Imagine like a bunch of like skinwalkers just doing the fucking gritty or the not like us. That's what they were doing, and they were just keep playing, and Noah and her friends just had to sit there being like, "Oh, what the fuck do we do?" Noah looked at her people, and she's like, "Hey man, we gotta calm the fuck down. Let's take a quick break." So they took a quick break. They do all their little shits, right? And they're talking. It's like, "Hey man, what the fuck do we do? This place ain't normal." Noah looks at it, and she's like, "Okay, we gotta like keep going. We gotta make it to like 3 a.m. We gotta make it at 3 a.m. by then. You know, like that's when everything's done. That's the higher time. We'll get the fuck out of here." And she's like, "All right, fuck it. We'll play till then." So they just start playing. Not even till 3 a.m. They started playing till sunrise. They started playing till sunrise. And so they went for it. They kept playing, and by sunrise, literally as if nothing happened, everybody disappears. They leave, and boom. That is how it was explained to me. And that she never wanted to do shit again. She never wanted to do shit again after that. The Weeping Woman. That's who we're talking about? The Weeping Lady. Are we talking La Llorona? What are we doing here, man? What qual? Because the Weeping Lady is a pretty simple story. La Llorona, I can tell you this, I'm Mexican. So basically, La Llorona goes like this. There's a lady, her husband cheated on her. She became very distraught that her husband cheated on her. So then, to get revenge back on the husband, she ended up murdering the fucking kids via drowning. And then, after she does that, she drowns the kids. What she ends up doing, she ends up drowning herself as well. And from drowning herself, after a while, it's said that in Mexican streets you can hear a woman crying. And usually the woman is drenched, you know, in some shit. Well, drenched in water. And let's see. You'll just hear her crying, and if you approach her, she'll ask you about like, "Hey, have you seen my kids? Where are my kids?" Or like, what happens, you know? But if it's a kid who approaches her, that motherfucker's just kidnapped. You gone. You La Llorona's kid, and we know how she treats her kids. Yeah, that's basically La Llorona in a nutshell. Let's see if we can find some La Llorona stories. Yeah, basically. Encounters. Everyone experienced with the Weeping La Llorona what happened. Here you go, see? My grandfather and all his siblings saw and heard her. This was in Guatemala, sometimes in the 90s and 60s, I want to say. My great grandpa was out dancing, and my grandfather and siblings were home alone. The youngest, about 3 years old and female, was supposed to be sleeping, but they all heard her crying suddenly. So they went to go look for where she was crying, and they found her in the back of the outdoor sink, completely wet. They also saw a woman-like figure with her. But as soon as they got close, she disappeared, and the 3-year-old was left drenched, alone, and crying. There was no way she could have climbed to the sink, and the sinks were really big and difficult. And there you go. No way I'm actually getting scared. I'm completely alone, and I regret this decision. Let's see. Even Steph likes Gang Beasts. You have a viewer who watches Gang Beasts. Why are you guys scared? Not that spooky. I mean, it's pretty spooky, but it's not that spooky. Let's see. You want to hear? Okay, I got one. This one isn't talked about as much, I don't think. Y'all heard La Llorona? Have you ever heard of La Lechuza? The only way I used to be able to get over this shit is by calling it La Lechuga. Pero, dude, while doing a cross pattern Dude, don't say El Diablo. Start praying to Christ, being the fucking power of Christ compels you, bitch. In the name of Christ, I compel myself. In the name of Christ, I am protected. Just shout shit like that. Just protect yourself. My timbers are shivering. But dude, La Lechuza, dude, is supposed to be this like owl, like almost like Mothman, but like an owl, you know? La Lechuza. Aquí tenemos. So basically, I don't remember all of it. So how it's explained to me is it's an owl lady who waits for people to come by at night, and if you hear an owl, you're being stalked. And if you're being stalked, that means she's actively trying to kidnap you and or do owly things to you. I don't know. I can't remember what exactly she does. Let's see. I'm pretty sure she just kills you. But dude, it was spooky as shit because I remember being like 15 hanging out. Yeah, the power of Christ compels you, basically. Just scream that shit. But I remember hanging out with one of my friends, right? And like, I used to live in this old KKK town. I keep calling it that because that was founded by the fucking KKK. What do you want me to fucking call it? But I was hanging around there. I remember like we used to go sneaking out around at night because fuck it. Because fuck it. And I remember one time we actually used to have this one spot where we would hide at the event center because it would allow us to use the bathroom. It had snacks. There's some water there, and best of all, when in the KKK town, that bitch was cold. That bitch was cold. I mean, like, in the summer, that bitch was cold, so every single time you would have to head there to, like, get some warmth and maybe not get kicked out, right? Only one works now, rip. So we would head there every single night. And on occasion, we would also go to this other place called, well, it was just the abandoned house. I've told you about the abandoned house a million times, chat. We would also go to there, and this was like around the time where the abandoned house actually started to get more of a bad reputation because at that point, that's when someone had either been murdered or committed sewer slide. It's one of the two. The police investigated it, but no one was able to come up with the proper conclusion. But if you were to go up into that house now, you would see that on the stairs there's just a big smear of blood, like someone just it looked like someone just fucking and then just fell down the stairs. It was horrible. Like, it looks terrible in that house, dude. Like, oh my god, it's scary in there. But after we would be done exploring those places, exploring the spooky of what spooky had, man, we would go hide in there and he would tell me, it's like, hey, be careful walking home at night. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? He's like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Dude, haven't you heard of fucking owl? We've been hearing all this time. I even saw an owl once pop out at that house, dude. Bro, just turn on the light. You gonna be okay. Hold up. Let me let the dog out. Let me let the dog out. You guys got time to prep. Oh god. Jesus Christ, protect us. In the name of good spirits, you know? Well, let's do that one properly. I like to do it like this. So it's a proper cross, you know? There's no curtains. You're okay. What do you mean there's no curtains? But let's see. Oh. Oh, this isn't even fair. Anyways, so he looks at me. I got my brother sleeping in this rip. So he looks at me, right? And he's like, okay, be careful walking home. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? Be careful walking home. And he's like, dude, you haven't heard? La lechuza. What the fuck is la lechuza? La lechuza is this big owl lady. You see? And when she does, she stalks you. And when she stalks you and when she finds you, she eats you, man. She eats you. So me and my friend are thoroughly looking at each other like, what the fuck? What do you mean? Like we're just looking at each other at 3 a.m. knowing we have to walk home, knowing that we live on the opposite sides of the fucking town. So we're looking at each other like, fuck. And then we start Googling it. Heather's brothers jumped when you said her name. Fair. Dude, it's a scary lady. Dude, I remember like, oh man, I have so many haunted stories from that town. You know, I can go on for hours about shit that happened in that town. But like, then we started searching up what she was. This is just talked about the owl lady, about how she would kidnap kids and, you know, eat them. But then we would search up how to know if you were getting stalked. Owls following you, if you saw an owl. Basically like that. You know? I'd be mad scared, dude. It was terrifying. So, after we thoroughly scared the shit out of ourselves, we would then have to walk home. And every single night, dude, and I meant this because I was like a little hood rat back then, right? Dude, we just, oh my god. We scared the shit out of ourselves with every fucking single scary story we could figure out. Dude, it was terrible. Dude, let's see. What is the La Lechuza? Oh, dude, yeah, she is scary, bro. She is scary. Oh, yeah, there you go. La Lechuza is scary, man. She just picks you up, then you're gone. I saw an owl today. Dude, was it a barred owl? By any chance? Dude, La Lechuza is fucking terrifying. Let's see. ¿Qué más? Hay lechuza, la pinche. There's the ticket. I could tell you more about what happened in that town, dude. That town was fucking terrifying. I remember I was like driving once with a friend, right? I saw an owl yesterday. Beautiful. I remember I was driving once with a friend, an ex, and his sister, right? A barn owl. Barn. I almost fucked that up. Barn. Yeah, there you go. I remember I was driving around with them, right? And we were going down, it was my buddy driving. We were going down fucking dirt roads, every single one. And we were doing the exact same thing. We were just telling some ghost stories. I love telling this story because it's fucking spooky what happens, right? You heard the story of Gango Beasto? What is the story of Gango Beasto? But dude, I remember we were just talking about it, right? So my buddy told them about La Lechuza, and everyone got scared about La Lechuza, and I got everybody because that's La Lechuza's for, man. La Lechuza chooses to be a barn owl. I think that's how it goes. Anyways, so we're driving down the road, and I get everybody invested. All right, we're all a little interested. We're all a little bit scared. It's 3 a.m., and I'm like, did you know that Colorado actually has the one very scary like folk legend? And they're like, no, what is it? I'm like, it's called the Looping Road. See, so what happens is you go down driving, right? And you drive and drive and drive and drive, and you'll just start passing by the same place. You'll say, we'll go down this road, and then we'll pass by a mailbox, and then we'll go through it, and then we pass by a mailbox again. Dude, it just keeps repeating and repeating for hours and hours and hours. Dude, you don't even like have time progress. You're just stuck at that time. Let's say you got stuck at 3 a.m. You're stuck at 3 a.m. permanently until you learn how to break that cycle. And you don't know you're in a cycle until You know what I was gonna say? I was gonna say the only way to know if you're on that cycle is if you hit a bird. As before I could even say it, when I clapped, dude, fucking no cap, we hit a fucking bird. That is terrifying. We hit a fucking bird, man. Dude, I remember I got more driving stories. I remember one time I was driving and I swear, bro, I saw like a flash of something in that town. That town is fucking scary. Dude, I know. I was driving around my ex and then I looked over to the side and I like panicked, bro. Like I swear to fucking God, all I saw was like a pair of headlights go like this. Wait, hold up. That's all I saw. I saw a pair of headlights just beaming me down. This is all I saw to the right of me, right? Dude, as soon as I saw that shit, I like had a heart attack. I jumped out of my skin. I'm like, oh fuck, we're dead. There was nothing there, dude. There was nothing fucking there. There was nothing there, dude. That shit scared me from driving for a while. Dude, and that reminds me of another thing. I remember it was my accident. She was just driving around randomly. And we were trying to figure out how to get somewhere, right? I have a book of ghost stories somewhere. Oh, so start sharing. Let's see. Where's the gang beast at? Here you go, buddy. Anyways. So, yeah. No, this is just really what happened. Like, I swear to fucking God, okay? Like, this ain't even a ghost story. This is just kind of like, what the fuck is wrong with this town story, right? So, we were trying to get out of a, like, little fucking area, right? We pulled into, an area behind the bridge. So, how the town was, is there was a main road going straight, and it was a bridge. And then there were a few dirt roads off to the side, and then from straight there was the event center on that side where we would chill, and where we were, we got stuck on this side. We got stuck on the right side of it, not the event center side, but the right side of it, right? So we end up driving down there, and we're thinking, oh, we're just gonna be able to do a loop de loop and get the fuck out of here. Yeah, okay. It was a dead end. I say you play with Sambo, I guarantee you'll be fun and funny. It probably would be. Dude, it was a fucking dead end, dude. It was a dead fucking end. And the worst part about it, the whole front of it was pure shrubbery. And when I mean shrubbery, I mean like, imagine. When I'm talking shrubbery, I mean like. Hold up. I'm gonna get you like this. That's all you could see in front of you. And then you look to the fucking left. You want to know what it says painted on the side of the fucking bridge? I kid you not. Oh my God, dude, that's I'm trying to. Oh my God, I'm trying to remember what could have done. It says, "Turn around or die." That is not something you want to see at 3 fucking a.m. And not something you want to see at 3 a.m., man. It's not even downloaded yet, chat. We have to wait for Overwatch to finish downloading. Or at least Overwatch to stop down. We have to wait for Overwatch to stop being a bitch. Dude. Dude. Yeah, I know! You would have gone into the shrubbery and died? What the fuck? Dude, nah, we just fucking pulled it in reverse. Beep, beep, beep. No, we got the fuck out of there. That was that. We were scared as shit. I had never once in my life, and tell me, and let me tell you, I slept under that fucking bridge once. What? I slept under that bridge once. I have never seen that, dude. What the fuck? Why? You're supposed to be Mexican. You're supposed to be better than this stuff. Or not Mexican. You're supposed to be some sort of. You're supposed to have some Latin blood in you, man. Yes, I slept under that bridge. Yeah, I ran away once from home and I slept under that bridge. It was fun. It's cold, too. Dude, oh my god. And then, let's see. Abandoned. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Perfect visual. Perfect visual right here. There used to be another place in the town, and currently it's just an empty lot. I kind of regret not exploring it while I had the chance, because I don't know what it looked like while it was intact. But holy shit, the amount of fucking fear I had of the fucking broken down motel in the middle of the town was fucking mental, dude. I swear, I used to see shit, Pat, like I'm telling you. Ooh, I have a horror type story thing. Type it out, sister. Type it out. Dude, it was terrified. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see if I could find. Yeah, it looked like this, dude. I know this isn't a fucking motel, but it looked like this. Every single room looked like this. The doors were fucking busted open, dude. They were busted open. It looked almost. It looked a little worse than this, actually. A little worse than this. Dude, it was fucking terrifying looking. You look in, it would look like this. Low key, it would look like this. It was like a long stretch of a bunch of houses. There was no second floor. And it just, oh yeah. Oh yeah. It was, the walls were busted in, dude. Everything. Acts like if he, it's, acts like that. If it says go back and die in the game, he'll go back in some Mexican. You know, you look at it side, it says go away or die. You listen to it exactly, dude. Yes, and I used to see things like this every fucking time I passed by the house. Y'all remember that fucking GTA 5 ghost on the mountain? Swear to fucking God, I saw a fucking white ghost, like a white silhouette of a lady, every single time I passed by that house. Every single fucking time I passed by that motel, dude. It was terrifying. It looked like this. It looked like it still had a roof, but it looked this fucked up. It looked this fucked up. Dude, that was a fucking terrible place to pass by. Boom. This. It looked exactly like this. Like, for fucking beta, looked like this. A little more disheveled. A little more disheveled. I swear, like, I'd pass by it and I'd see some lady, like, right here in the doorway, man. So me and my friends were around half of them were trying to talk about ghosts and they were exploring. I found bloody footsteps. It led to a bathroom, bloody handprints, and we were saying, "I'm watching you." That is kind of spooky. Oh man, I don't know how I'd feel about that. Oh man, it was fucking horrible. There was so many abandoned houses. Like there was a house that was covered in shrubbery like this. Another house I wasn't able to explore. Right? We called that the witch house. Dude, apparently someone lived there. It. I don't understand how, but apparently someone lived there. And then I've told everybody about the abandoned hospital story, right? Oh, it's taking its time. It's taking its fucking time. Let's see. Trying to think. Okay, I got another one. Okay. I need it to look cheap, but when I'm talking cheap, I need this bitch to look cheap as hell. I need this ain't cheap, brother. I need it to look like cheap looking. There we go. There we go. This is better. This is better. Here we go, right here. This is good. Maybe I can find a slightly better one. Okay, this one will do. I swear, if you find a spooky cloud story, I will scream! You gonna make another video? I think I will. I kind of lived in London with a found abandoned town. How was that? In a town? How'd that go? Let's see. Do I have any creepy clown stories? I'm trying to think. Boom, new video. I'm scared to grow up. I fear change, like major change. Boom, video part 2. You fear major change. Change is a part of life. I can make this into a short, easy. Watch this. It's not... Okay, how do I put this? There's two types of fears you're going to have to deal with in life, and you're going to have to make this choice eventually, whether you want to or not. There's the fear of changing. There's the fear of staying where you are forever for the entirety of your life. And then there's the fear of change. And that could mean anything. Change doesn't have to be a bad thing. Change could mean you're going to go conquer new worlds, go explore new journeys. Change just means it's different. And different doesn't have to be bad. It can be a little scary, but hey, life's scary, you know? I'd rather be a little scared, put my best foot forward, and try to find, like, something positive out of it. And then to forever be just kind of stuck where I am. It's the easiest way to see it, I feel like. You're gonna have to deal with either fear. There's the fear of change and the fear of staying where you are forever. And, like, you can say, I'm gonna stay right here forever. Dude, it's a harder choice to make when you're older. Change can be good. It could be extremely good. Like, I remember I was terrified of leaving the KKK town, and look at me. I left the KKK town, and now I have a prosperous streaming career. It's small things like that, you know? How long is Overwatch taking? 1 sec, I'll check in a bit. I have to text back my girlfriend. Up on generic tables. If you high up on generic tables, you're just gonna hear the fucking horror stories in fucking 4K. Oh shit, it's done. Okay. We'll finish the Rice Krispie. We'll play a couple rounds, and then we're gonna call it stream. I want to do that. I've done that before. Like, I used to have. All right. One more store, and then I'll hop in generic tables. And yeah. Then I'll hop in generic tables, run a few games, and we'll call it a stream. Just let me finish my Rice fucking crispy, bro. Hold up. About 4 hours. Okay. There, okay. One more story. Then I'm gonna play a few games. I'm gonna call it a stream. Then I'm gonna do a long stream tomorrow. That's the plan. Okay. Maybe I can even release a video tomorrow too, not even gonna lie. But that's a different thing. That's a different thing. That's a whole different thing. I remember once I did a similar stream to this. I'm gonna take a walk into a former since I'm bored, and yeah. Look, I remember I used to stream myself like, okay, you ready? Oh my god, dude. I used to stream myself in a graveyard at 3 a.m. This is something I did. I used to do that. As well as I would also record every single abandoned place I've gotten into, and every single recording has been fucking deleted somehow. Sunrise Fair. That's not even besides the point. Like every single one has been fucking deleted somehow. It is a fucking it's weird how that's happened actually. So I have not deleted half of them and they're just all gone. But that's besides the point. I remember I was doing where was my invite? Bro, you were invited to the next stream? Next 3 a.m. stream at the graveyard. It was spooky, dude. I heard like a fucking dude go in my ear go, wait, I might still have that. Might be the only video I have left. That might be the only video I have left. Hold up. My phone's gonna die. I'll find it and we'll show it to you next stream. You know what's the ghost can do? A lot of things. But that's why you pray and then you say your prayers before, after, you treat them with respect. And yeah, that's what you do. You have to treat with a lot of respect. A lot of respect. I feel like for the most parts, the ghosts also know you're just trying to go for a scare, and as long as you're not doing anything super malicious or trying to be provoking in any real way, as long as you've like protected yourself with prayers and shit via Jesus, you're pretty much safe, you know? But still not the smartest thing to do. Dude, I tell it to myself. It's like if I were to ever start doing content where like I started exploring abandoned buildings, dude, I would have to like I would start going to church every weekend again just to protect myself, man. But okay, here's the story. It was 3 a.m. I was reading out horror stories kind of like this, but it's not 3 a.m. now. But I was reading out horror stories. And I was just trying to find some of the random ones on the internet. Goats can do a lot of stuff, especially when your camera goes unfocused and your thing dies. I don't pray. I don't believe in God. Hey, you don't have to. I'm telling you, though. If life, at least for me, life got easier when I started. But seriously, it is scary what them dudes do. Like I remember, because I also remembered the camera unfocused, like was happening during that stream as well. I was reading out ghost stories, right? And I had the lights off like 10 minutes in. Dude, I hear something fall in the fucking kitchen, like fall out, just fall, bro. Shit just was terrifying. I remember as soon as it fell, the stream crashed immediately. As soon as it fell, it crashed. I went to go see what fell. A fucking can of soda that was on top of a microwave, right? But that was on this side, got pulled all the way to this side and into a trash can, and that's what fell. Dude, that shit was spooky. So I went back on and I started recording again, and I'm like, well, fuck this. I'm not gonna do this shit. Fuck. So I turned the lights back on and I played Call of Duty like a bitch for like 40 minutes. No, like half an hour. My dad's in the toilet. Goes doing. Yep. Dude, so I fucking for the last 10 minutes of the fucking stream before it turned into 10 a.m. or 4 a.m. I was recording in the kitchen and gonna check if I was asleep. Fair. And I was starting to record the kitchen, dude. The entire fucking time I was recording the kitchen, it was lagging like a motherfucker. The screen was getting blurry. The connection was going bad. Like, it was terrible. It was horrible. I remember as soon as I ended that stream, I turned on all the lights, went back to sleep. My brother woke me up the next morning. He's like, "What the fuck? What'd you do? Why'd you go to sleep with the lights on?" I told him I forgot, but I'm just like, I'm a bitch. I got scared. Dude, and the worst part about it all, I posted that on my old channel. I never deleted it. Never. The video was gone. For no reason. I didn't do it. No one's had access to that account. Dude, it was spooky. The power went out. Wow. Ghosties. Make sure you try to. If you got the. Dude, the only thing I can recommend is like, give Jesus Christ a try. Trust me, that motherfucker protects good. He's a good protector, my friend. Like, trust. I didn't believe in him, and then I believed in him, and then the ghost stopped fucking with me. It was a weird thing. It's weird. I remember once actually, I dated this girl who was like super into like spooky shit and had a lot of like fucking ghosts around her at all times, right? And I remember one followed me home, and it kept knocking on my mini fridge and it kept scaring the shit out of me. And I remember like after we broke up, it kept doing that shit, and I was in a bad fucking mood one day, so I just looked at it. I said, "Hey man, can you fucking stop that shit?" And it's not even fucking scary anymore. I'm just fucking annoyed. Never, I swear to fucking God, never heard that knock again. Never heard that knock again. Chad, I might end stream here and we'd save Gang Beast for tomorrow, and that's how I can make it up. You know what? That's the plan. That's the plan. Because I gotta eat, chat. Hungry. What? I'm most certainly not definitely scared. You're definitely scared. Trust me, man, if you really need him, man, Jesus is always there and he protects you so much. He protects everybody, even when he ain't protecting, he protecting. Let me tell you. This comes from a guy who was like a diehard atheist up until 17. And then I became a diehard fucking, I don't know what I am, Christian? I don't know, something. That's okay. You're good. You're fine. Hello, Scooby. Anyways, I think that's what we're gonna do here. I think we're gonna call it here today. Maybe I'll even make this a video because fuck it. And then tomorrow we will play a little bit of Gang Beasts as well as some other random shit. Hopefully Samo doesn't get pissed off. I'll just tell him in the server. But, yeah, that's my plan, chat. I hope you have a good one. Try not to get too spooked. Try not to get too frightened. And please, all take care of yourselves. May you protect yourselves. I'm gonna bless you all. There you go, chat. You all got blessed. Okay, so, I hope you all have a good night. Please protect yourselves out there. It's a scary world, and it's a scary world just with the things we can't see. Imagine things we can't see. That being said, hope you have a good night. Hope you have a greater time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna eat so much food. And high five, chat. Good night. Peace out. Be safe. Don't let the ghosties scare you tonight.